Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to be talking about the newly shown Transformers masterpiece Ironhide from Hasbro. This is quite exciting. It's nice to see that the masterpiece movie line is continuing. We've obviously received Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Barricade is on its way. It's the next one out, and now it's great to see that they're continuing it with Ironhide. Ironhide is one of the best looking Autobots from the first movie, in my opinion. So I am very excited to see that they're actually making him, and I hope that this means that they'll continue. It would be really great if they just did a whole movie one lineup, Autobots and Decepticons. That would be amazing. I'm not holding my breath for the Decepticon version of that. However, with Barricade, there is a chance now, I think, so I'd love to see them do some of the Decepticons for sure, and I think this probably means we'll get a Ratchet and possibly a Jazz. I'm not really big on Jazz or anything, so even if they did Jazz, I wouldn't pick them up, but Ironhide, I am very excited about. This one kind of has a mixed reaction from what I've heard. Some people are really liking this. I think for the most people, for the most part, people are liking this. However, there are some, some people who are really nitpicking about certain areas, which are causing this figure to get a bit of a bad rap in some circles. But for the most part, I think that everybody's pretty excited about this. I think it looks great. I really do. I think that it's really solid. When I first saw it, I really didn't see like anything wrong with it, and hearing some of the complaints, I can kind of see what people are saying, but I do not agree with it very much at all. When we get a better here, like close-up shot, I have to say that a lot of people, the biggest thing that people are complaining about are some of the proportions, particularly with the head and arms. Some people are saying that the arms are a little too thin, and that the hands are too small, and then that the head is too big. Personally, there are some angles where I think the head looks a bit big. However, if you actually look on pictures from the film, he has a rather large head, so I don't really mind it. I think that it fits the character having a bit of a larger head. And to get a good look at the hands there, I think that the arms themselves are small. However, when you add on the panels and then of course the massive cannons, it bulks them up to a good degree. So I can see the issue with the arms. However, I think that with all the other stuff on it, it does kind of fix that issue, and therefore it's not a big problem in my opinion. I really don't think that it affects it very much. And then the head, like from this angle, I think that the head looks great. I really do not mind the size of the head. I think that it looks perfect, especially since his mouth is open here. With his mouth closed, you're going to get more of a rounded portrait, and therefore it won't be as elongated, and it'll give it a smaller proportion. So I think that that does help fix it quite a bit. But yeah, overall, really loving this new Ironhide figure. We do have the official photos of it out, and as you can see, it looks great in the official images as well. I think that it looks wonderful. I really like the way that they did it, and here you can see the articulated jaw motion, which I think looks fantastic. I'm very excited for this figure. I think that it looks wonderful. I do plan to pick it up. It really looks like the perfect Ironhide in my opinion, and it's in scale with the other two, with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, which is great as well. So I'm very excited for this. I hope that they don't stop here. I do hope that they continue this line, and again, mainly, I would like to see them do the Decepticons from the first movie, particularly Blackout, Brawl, Bone Crusher, Starscream, and then Megatron. I'm not a big fan of Movie 1 Megatron's design, however, I think that a masterpiece version of it might look quite sweet, so I would certainly love for them just to do a great movie masterpiece movie line from just the first movie. I don't really need them to branch out into the other movies. Like, it would be cool, but I'm not like expecting it or anything. But I do think that they'll probably do Ratchet for sure, and yeah, it would be very neat to see that figure as well. I don't have like a great Ratchet in my collection, so that would be kind of nice to get. So overall, I'm a big fan of this. I've heard the proportion issues. I personally don't think that there is much of an issue with proportion. I think that Ironhide is very stylized in his proportion anyway in the film. I think the larger head and big bulky upper body works very nicely. So I don't really see it as a big issue. As far as the car, like the cannons on the car, I would imagine that those are removable. If not, they do look a little strange. The car itself looks fine. I'm not, especially with the Masterpiece figures, I really don't transform them because it's just, their transformation's kind of a pain because it's so intricate, so I really don't even transform my Masterpiece figures unless they come in car mode and I need to get them in robot mode, essentially. So, personally, I don't really care about the alt modes, but the main mode here I think looks really nice, and I think the articulating jaw is really cool and does fit for the Ironhide character. So, I'm very excited for this figure. I do absolutely plan to pick this one up, and can't wait to see the future of the Transformers movie Masterpiece line. So let me know what you guys think of this figure, and thanks so much for watching.